Hi, this is Cyprian from Heatmaps. Today I'm going to show you how to install Heatmaps SDK in your application. The first thing you want to do is to download the Heatmaps SDK into your computer. And when you already have it, it's going to be a folder with a couple of things inside. And you would be interested in the framework folder. Right now I'm just going to grab my framework folder and drag and drop it in my application. Okay, so the framework files are already in, and now I need to do a little setup. I need to get into the target of my application and go into build phases, and I need to link a couple libraries. I will need mobile core services. I also need system configuration and CF network, and also libz. There we go. So I already have those linked, and now to make sure that all working properly, I'm just going to go to my project and make sure that the other linker flags are set up to have -all load and -objective-c. Make sure you have those in your code. Okay, there's one more thing you need to do. The Heatmaps SDK relies on the AC HTTP request to connect to the server, and you need to have it in your code. If you don't have it already, you can get it from the external folder in the package and just drag and drop the AC HTTP request in your application. Okay, cool. So we have all the necessary files, everything is linked in properly, and now we can go to our application delegate.h file, and inside here we'll make sure that our application complies with the heatmaps delegate. And to do that, I'm just going to import the appropriate header file for the heatmaps framework. Okay, got the header. Now I'm just going to type in heatmaps delegate right here. Okay, cool. So the heatmaps delegate requires one thing of your application, to have an object called heatmaps. So let's go ahead and add this object and synthesize it. So I'm just going to synthesize my heatmaps object, and right here I will customize my heatmaps object and start the heatmap framework, so it starts whenever the application starts. To do that, I'm going to say heatmaps and create the new instance of the heatmaps object. Perfect. And there are a couple of things you can do with the heatmaps object. One of the things is you can show the debug, so you will know what exactly is happening when you interact with your application, and you can make sure that everything is working properly. And I'm going to set it up to be yes. And the other thing I can set up is to show the menu. This feature is actually allowing you to view the data in your application. So if you set this to yes, it will display the menu when you shake the phone. You have to make sure that you set it to no when you ship your application, so the users won't see your data. And the last thing you need to do is you just need to start the heatmap. So just call the start function. And this is all that you have to do to implement the heatmap SDK in your application. It's pretty straightforward. So thank you for listening, and you can watch the next tutorial where I'm going to show you how to start tracking a particular UI element.